In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can register a .eth or an ENS domain name and then link it to your Ethereum wallet address so that whenever you're sending people money or asking people to send you money, you can use your .eth address instead of the long string of letters and numbers that is usually used. And then also, if you're using decentralized apps on the Ethereum blockchain in the Ethereum ecosystem, then you can be identified by your .eth username instead of by your Ethereum wallet address with all of the different letters and numbers. Now there's a couple ways that you can go about registering a domain name. I am going to use the ens.vision website because I'm a big fan of this service, but you can also go directly to the app for the Ethereum naming service or the ENS app. Now in my case, I'm going to do a quick search and see if my name is available, cryptocove.eth, and it is. And just for quick reference to show you what the actual ENS app looks like, this is it. And you can also search for different .eth domain names on this app and register them here. Now the two main reasons why I'm going to use ens.vision instead of the actual ENS app right now is, first of all, it might save a little bit of money, and then second of all, there is still the potential that ens.vision is actually going to release an airdrop at some point in the future, whereas the ENS app itself has already completed its airdrop. So in this case, I think it makes a little bit more sense to use ens.vision because there is that potential upside. Now when you found a .eth domain name that is available and you want to register it, there's going to be some costs associated with that. First of all, since there's a few transactions that you have to complete to check to see if the domain name is still available, then to actually register the name, and then if you want to link it to your Ethereum wallet address, there's a couple more transactions that you have to complete. And every time you complete a transaction on the Ethereum blockchain, you have to pay gas fees, or you have to pay for the network usage. And so that's going to cost a couple of dollars depending on when you do it. Now, the gas fees fluctuate over time. And as you can see on this chart here from ultrasound.money, there are certain times that are better to complete transactions than others because the gas fees are lower. So anything below 20, I would say, is going to be pretty good, and you're not going to pay that much to complete a transaction. But then during peak times when a lot of people are trying to use the network all at the same time, you will have to pay higher fees, which you can see in these spikes on the graph here. Now, the one thing I'll say about this is if you find a .eth domain name that you like and you register it for multiple years and then you link it to your Ethereum wallet address, this is really only something that you have to do one time. And then you may have to renew your domain name at some point in the future, but you only have to link it directly to your account once, and then that will show up across the entire Ethereum ecosystem. Now, the fees for registering .eth domain names are as follows. If the name is 5 letters or characters or more, it's only going to be $5 per year. If it's 4 characters, then it's going to be $160 per year. And if it's only 3 characters, then it's going to be $640 per year. So the shorter the domain name, the more expensive it is, and that is an annual recurring cost. So what you have to do first is request to register, and this transaction gives you 60 seconds to confirm that you're the only person that is currently trying to register that domain name. Once you hit that, after the transaction is signed and it goes through, then you have to wait for 60 seconds and you can complete your registration. The second transaction is when you're going to pay for the annual cost. So in this case, I'm registering mine for 2 years and the total cost is going to be around $22. Okay, and that has completed. So I am now the proud owner of cryptocove.eth, and this will show up in my profile on ens.vision, and it'll also show up if I go to the ENS app, and it will be in my domains there. Now, the next thing that I want to do is actually link this domain, attach it to my Ethereum wallet address so that this becomes my main username across the Ethereum ecosystem. So what you do for that is you go to the ENS app, hit my names, and then once you're on your domain, you can set it as a primary name. There's going to be a few steps that are involved here and a few transactions to sign. So I'm going to go through this right now. And each transaction is going to cost a couple dollars. And I'll tell you at the end of this exactly how much the entire thing has cost me all in. And now that I've gone through that process, cryptocove.eth is now my primary name, and it's linked to my actual Ethereum wallet address. You can see all of the transactions here that I just went through to register this domain name and then to link it to my address. And if we're talking about the total amount, that I paid. It's around $31 US, and that includes the 2 years of registration for the domain name, as well as all of the transaction costs to set it up. But now that this is done, I can go to, for example, Etherscan and confirm that cryptocove.eth is linked to my personal Ethereum wallet address. And so every transaction that I complete with this wallet from here on out is going to be completed by cryptocove.eth instead of by 0xCC2 whatever, and long string of letters and numbers. It's much more convenient this way. If I ever need to make payments or ask for payments, it's much more convenient. And also it gives me a username that I can have when I'm interacting with all the different dApps that are built across the Ethereum ecosystem. So yeah, that is how you register a .eth domain name and link it to your Ethereum wallet address. Hopefully you found this useful and informative, and I'll see you in the next video.